Okay, Meghan Markle about coffee, quote, I think I didn't drink it really in the UK. I didn't think about it. And then I survey, quote, so what made you go back? Meghan, it's a great question. Both laugh. It's a great question because I guess life started to come back. That is true. That is true. All right, I have my coffee right there. There's my cup. Many times I finish drink the coffee and then I'm reaching over sipping of an empty cup. I had to go make more. Okay, Meghan probably saw the abominable state of UK dental oh my god, dental care and decided to pass on tea and coffee stained teeth. Oh my god, I laugh, but I've just come back from a dentist. She can't laugh, I guess. Let me start all over. I laugh, but I just came back from a dentist appointment that has set in motion a few more dentist appointments. I need to see the dentist. Since COVID, I didn't go. We were starting with everybody, the kids, you know, every year we got them check up, cleaned and everything like that. But since the pandemic, I'm like, I'm staying away. Anything that's gonna go in my mouth, especially a dentist. So I need to go back and do checkups and stuff. Okay, this is going to be a headline of many media houses until next week's episode. It will be dissected to bits, twisted and turned into something she didn't say, and they'll finally decide she lied. Okay, and some attention seekers. Yep, she said we have people over. Coffee is available in the UK too. Alright, did anyone say that it wasn't? She decided not to drink because her mind went into a different state of mind. Usually when you're drinking your coffee, you are more relaxed, you enjoy it. Like in the morning, most people, not everybody, most people drink their coffee, just chill. Like when I'm in the country, when I'm drinking my coffee, I sit down just chilling. Okay, or when you with someone chatting, you're drinking your coffee. There are times I haven't done it in a while. Meet with a friend, we go to a coffee shop, we drink coffee and we chat. That's when you're chilling. But she was in a like defend mode all the time. She didn't have time to be, you know, in that relaxed mode to drink coffee. Alright, so I think I sort of understand her, in my humble opinion. Okay, did anyone say that it wasn't? Some struggle to understand that when a person is in the throes of mental health distress, they lose the zest for basic living. Yep, even open curtain become a huge problem for some, let alone look for a little thing that makes their morning like a simple good cup of coffee. There it is. Yeah, yes, I concur. When I was depressed, I didn't open my curtain. Hell, I can't even bring myself to brush my hair or brush my teeth. That I must do. I can get up without, the first thing I have to do is brush my teeth and then maybe later drink coffee. Okay, I thought she was referring, or at least shake my mouth with Listerine or something and then drink coffee and then brush my teeth. All right, let's see it. I thought she was referring to life coming back versus the pandemic, that she started having in-person meeting again and they offer her coffee. Because UK coffee is abysmal, truly. When in the UK, I drank tea. Okay, yep, that jumped out of me. Okay, there's 3 comments on that. Let's see here. I agree, cafe americano is gross. Okay, me, I don't know, I'm not a strong coffee drinker. Some people don't like instant coffee. Me, it's easier for me. Instant coffee, put a little bit not even milk, I put that powder thing, I can't even in it, and then and water. That's it. Very simple. Nothing. I don't like straight up black coffee or anything like that. Yep, that jumped out of me. That's my favorite tea from this week's episode. I need to wait till the evening time. No, was it Netherlands time, when I have my me time just back home from work. I can't wait to hear the start. Alright, they made her so jumpy she didn't dare ingest any kind of stimulant. Yeah, I think so too, because she was in that state of mind, because every day is some nonsense. They create some nonsense out of nothing. So it was, you know, she had to figure out what the hell is going on. Yeah, she's not used to this nonsense. Meanwhile, they just doing this because they're freaking lazy. Okay, life started to come back. Hallelujah. I think she was talking about life coming back after the pandemic. Okay, when people leave UK for good, they'll say the same thing, life is back. Okay, she's right. When I moved from the US to the UK, I started craving tea over coffee in the morning. But as soon as I settled into my routine back in the US, I went right back to drinking coffee in the morning. Okay, I never been to the UK for me to have that kind of experience or distinction. I've stopped drinking coffee a couple of times as an adult. I've reached a point in my life where I enjoy a cup but don't need it, and that's good for me. All right, I get this. Depression is miserable, but emerging is wonderful. Is the little things you forget to do when you're suffering. Life is always about the little things. That's right, the little details. That stood out for me also. She fully immersed herself in the culture, even to the point of switching out coffee for tea. She tried hard with them. That's why she even said it. And that when she was in South Africa, she's like, I really tried to do that upper lip thing, but it was too much for her.
Perhaps you could just give us an idea of what the last year has been like.
It's hard. It's not enough to just survive something, right? Like, that's not the point of life. You've got to thrive, you've got to feel happy, and I think I really tried to adopt this British sensibility of a stiff upper lip. I really tried, but I think that what that does internally is probably really damaging, and the biggest thing that I know is that I never thought that this would be easy, but I thought it would be fair. I never thought that this would be easy, but I thought it would be fair.
She tried. I think she gave it all 110% of herself, but they told her to be 50%.
Been given advice that it would be best if she could be 50% less than she was.
Wow.
That was the quote. If she could be 50% less. And I remember hearing that in 2018 and said specifically to her, I don't know how you're going to survive being half of yourself.
Wow, I think it's...
So she tried. It's a loss for the UK, especially the people who need them. And some of the people who need her help, her presence at the table to put words in for them, okay, their minds are so clouded with the UK BS that they didn't even know they were bashing against their own interests, bashing Meghan, who was there to put the words in for them. Because one in specific, I remember Boy George, who came out of nowhere saying something. Because as you can see now, the UK is throwing all those people, even that actress, something Dane, coming to talk to Netflix and all that. They're throwing all these people in front to speak on behalf of the UK. Of the monarch. Alright, so they took all these people in front, but Meghan was there in the background defending those people. Why I'm saying that? Because there was something that I read, okay, it's in one of my videos where I think it was when Harry what Meghan told outing with Harry's friend, I guess, to get Meghan settled down. This is my friend, this who I hang out with, this kind of thing. I'm putting my spin into it, but it was an outing. But in that particular context of outing, they were joking, okay, those Harry's friends were joking, making silly jokes about gays or something like that, okay? But Meghan was there to defend them and said, I forgot the exact word, but this kind of thing. So here you have Boy Joy, who I used to listen to his music very well in the 80s and the 90s, all right, coming out bashing Meghan out of nowhere. But meanwhile, Meghan, who's in the background, who's defending his way of life. Everybody should have a right to live their life the way that they want to, as long it does not interfere with somebody else's life. You understand? So there's Meghan back there in the background at the table where decision where you change people's mind, who's controlling things. She was there. She was right there to help send out, shape people's brain, mind into the real world, what real people's going through, because those people living, those royals, they live in a fantasy world. They don't really understand the people struggles, the everyday people struggle. But Meghan knows. She was there. She was at the table to change those people's mind, to make them see differently. But no, you're out there bashing her. This kind of thing. I don't know. That crossed my mind. Why did I bring this up? I don't know. But anyway, figures you are not going to drink coffee if you already have insomnia because of stress. Hey, y'all feeding me today. It's not very good there. My poor Meghan, thank to God, life returned to normalcy. Okay, normality. What was it when there was one picture I have of her during a polo match with her short, just sipping on her whatever, water or tea or whatever it may be, or lemonade. I think I said it was lemonade. I don't know what she was drinking, but I think I said it was lemonade. Okay, I'm sorry. I live in the UK until my 30s, and when I went back for a holiday in 2017, the coffee was the worst I've ever had. Maybe she just doesn't like bad coffee. Sorry, I do love the UK, just not its coffee. I don't know. Let me not get into that. She finally feel comfortable enough to enjoy a cup of coffee again. Enjoy that coffee and you're happy. Peace, Meghan. Okay, yes, coffee is life. Well said. Right. I feel so sad over how much she missed out on life here because of all the abuse she got. A simple thing as coffee. Yep. Feel sad for all the people starving right now. Feel sad for the children going cold because the cost of living is so high. People are not heating homes. Okay, for war, disease, not because someone decided they want to drink coffee. Well, I hate to say this. Some of these people, I know she probably making reference to some people in the UK, but around the world, people's going to starve. This was a discussion. All right. This was a discussion that was happening on a podcast. Now the squad decided to dissect it a little bit further. Now, the coffee part. I'm sorry, some UK people, or this person in particular, I don't know where's this person from. Some people in the UK, okay, the situation that they are in, because I've been following a little bit, they put themselves in that. They put themselves in that. Why? Because they are voting against their own interests. The same thing sometimes happen in the US. Okay? Sometimes we just have to live with the choices that the majority makes. So this is the cost of what majority of the people of the UK have voted for. So some people, I'm sorry, some very well-minded people who saw the BS from the get-go or every time they go vote, but the majority of the people who vote against their own interests make all the other people who are well-minded suffer. But many of the things that the UK are going through is because of their own choice. Okay, they vote against their own interests. Some people around the world have no choice because the grip of politics and the dictators are up their neck, and at the same time many of them have the courage to fight. Okay, so what's going on in the UK? I'm sorry for some of the good ones. Many of the people in the UK put themselves in that because they keep on voting against their own interests. One for specifically is, for instance, I keep on saying the last election, I guess the most major election right after the 2020 election. I know it was somewhat after the US 2020 election, where I thought, based on things that I was seeing, where I thought, oh my God, the UK got this. They're gonna vote these people out. They're gonna do this, put more, I guess, labor, politician, and this guy was lying on top of his teeth. You have MPs, member of parliament, who calling him out. He's lying. But guess what? You guys felt like, okay, your skin color is more important than your food, putting food on the table, than heating your bills. You think this? I saw it. I highlighted on my channel. Okay, I was shocked to the teeth to say, oh my God, I can't believe this. I cannot believe. When you look at the US, the 2020 election, I was highlighting a lot of things. I even said, I don't care what the pandemic is, whatever, I'm gonna go in a freaking hazmat suit or whatever, I'm gonna go vote. Because we saw the BS. I highlight a lot of things. You see police coming out, pushing an old man. I was like, what did America come into? When did we get to this place? When did we get to this? Okay, people went out and vote. They tried to steal the election. People fought back because we said, if you're gonna win, if you're gonna steal that election, we're not gonna let you do that. People fought, and we're still fighting. And guess what? The US is not out of the woods yet. Those people are still fighting to claim that position, the power that they want to inflict pain onto the people. Okay, so the US is not completely out of the woods yet, but people need to go vote. We are at the moment here where at the crossroad in the US, where what happened in 2010 midterm election of President Obama in 2010. I believe it was 2010. His first presidency, the midterm section of that, all right, where a lot of Republican won the seat, the House. Where did they win? I think they won the Senate, but the House, I think we were still hanging on a thread, or something like that. All right, that's how we were able to do a lot of minor things, call him out, and impeach him twice or something like that. All right, but the U.S. was still fighting. So right now, next month, the U.S. is at a crossroad right now. Next month, come November, okay, I think it's November 8th, and I think they're gonna have early voting. I'm gonna try to do the early voting. The pandemic is still out there. All right, so we are at a crossroad in the U.S. where we need to make a choice. Do we want to continue with what we have now, where President Biden is calling out people, Republican who got PPE deal similar to the U.S., millions of dollars, where now President Biden is making student loans forgiven, this kind of thing. The little people who's trying to get education, or calling them out, fighting for the little people.
I want to hear it from MAGA Republicans, officials who had hundreds of thousands of dollars of debts, even millions of dollars in pandemic relief loans forgiven, who now are attacking me for helping working class and middle class Americans. My team at the White House posted a video of this, folks, online. You should check it out. Marjorie Taylor Greene, she and her husband got $180,000 in business loans forgiven from the PPP program. She said it's completely unfair for us to forgive student loans for working and middle class Americans. Representative Vern Buchanan of Florida said our plan was reckless. Guess how much he got in that program forgiven? $2,300,000. This is not a joke. Can't make this stuff up. Republican governors wrote me a letter saying this relief only helps the elite few. You all know you're the elite few? I knew you were really special, but I know you're the elite few. I'm serious. Ted Cruz, the great senator from Texas, he said it's for slackers, quote, slackers who don't deserve relief. Who in the hell do they think they are?
We may not agree with everything that he does, but certain things, in comparison, the choices that if the other man was in power. Okay, so we are at a crossroad here. Are we gonna continue with what we have now, or are we gonna go back to what was before President Biden? Okay, I'm not talking about Obama, after Obama, but before President Biden. Are we gonna go back to that? So this is the crossroad here. So when you complaining, she wants to enjoy a cup of coffee, guess what? She earned that. You know why she earned that? Because when she told people to go vote, she didn't say who to vote for, but she said go vote. Why did some of the people in the UK turn that? Oh, she's turning into politics. Okay, you have to fight for what you want. She deserved that. She deserved that cup of coffee whenever she feel like it, because she fought for it as well. Okay, to be in the space with the president, the kind of politics we sort of have right now, where we could be, okay, we need to fight some more. But the UK, who's in, I'm sorry, many of them cannot pay their bills, or cannot put food on the table, or their heating bills is up the hook. They don't wanna, they can't heat their bills.
Look at the fact that just on energy alone, on a conservative estimate within 1 year, we're talking £1,300 a year going up in bills. We're going to have about 10 million people in fuel poverty. We have a real absolute, not relative, poverty issue going to come in the UK, with food banks oversubscribed, with debt crisis agencies do not have any tools. And I need to say, with the Chancellor coming on in a moment, if you forgive me, as the money-saving expert who's been known for this, I am virtually out of tools to help people now. Expert who's been known for this, I am virtually out of tools to help people now. It's not something money management can fix. It's not something for those on the lowest incomes telling them to cut their belts will work. We need political intervention. They
put themselves there because of their interests, who they vote for. They were worrying about skin color instead of food. Like I said many things, these people are thinking like titles is like air and water. Okay, these are things you cannot live without. Air and water. Title, this is why I'm like, at this point the UK should just take the titles away, because it's not that important. Alright, so I'm sorry I went off. Alright, because Meghan earned that cup of coffee. I remember specifically when she said people need to go vote. She was sitting on a bench with Harry or something like that. What did Harry say at that time? I don't remember what Harry said. Or he doesn't have experience of voting. Even in the UK, he doesn't vote because of his position and things like that. Alright? So the UK citizen have to make their own choice. If you think your skin color is going to put food on the table, I know the only thing, in my humble opinion, in the UK that your skin color do for you is open door. It open the doors for you, but what you do inside that door is up to you. Okay? But you're fighting for what you need, what you want. Meghan fought for that cup of coffee. So I'm sorry the UK is suffering, but it's their own doing. I highlight all of this. Alright, I often say, quote, one couldn't make it up, end quote. Nice dig at the royal family. Caffeine, her entry drug, and now she's in the right place and indulge in all her favorite other herbs. That's right. Okay, that part. There's this. Okay. Oh my, now wait for the fallout. There's this, there's that. Alright, let's go to the next tweet.